All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. We're talking about the PlayStation Plus Extra October 2023 games. They have leaked out early. We're talking about the Game Awards and the date in which this is taking place and how this is going to be pretty significant when it comes to PlayStation. And finally, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Silent Hill 2 Remake as we have some new information on this game to go over. So do me a favor before we dive into these topics. If you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. It helps the videos more than you know. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. Now, we're starting here with the PlayStation Plus Extra games for October 2023. This comes from Dia Labs, where they have been correctly and accurately leaking PlayStation Plus games ahead of time for what seems to be a year or two now, or maybe even longer than that. But they say here to begin with, know that The Last of Us Part 2 will not be part of the selection. They're mentioning this, and this is relevant because there was a lot of speculation recently that The Last of Us Part 2 would be part of PlayStation Plus Extra. The reason being is there was some marketing material that recently came out for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, and it did feature The Last of Us Part 2. So they're saying here it's not going to be happening this month, but I don't want to say that means The Last of Us Part 2 won't ever come to PlayStation Plus Extra. It could come in November, could come early next year, but we know it's at least not coming for the October games. But the games that we are going to be getting, we're starting here with Gotham Knights, Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes, Disco Elysium, The Final Cut, Far, Changing Tides, and they have a few more listed here: Gungrave Gore, Elite Dangerous, Dead Island Definitive Edition, and Alien Isolation. So these are the titles that are confirmed through Dia Labs to be part of PlayStation Plus Extra October 2023's lineup. There could be a few more games. It sounds like there will be. And so, yeah, I imagine that this is going to be officially announced and confirmed by Sony in the next couple of days. So if you are a PlayStation Plus Extra subscriber, let me know what you think about this lineup. I've seen quite a few people actually feeling pretty good about it. We're moving on to the next topic, though, which talks about the Game Awards that are going to be happening in December. Jeff Keighley on his account says that the Game Awards are going to be happening on December 7th. So we now officially have a date. And the reason why this is relevant to PlayStation, I mean, I think it's relevant to really anybody, because these days Jeff Keighley tries to put on a really big show with the Game Awards in terms of news and announcements and reveals, which is always great. And I will say that he's been seemingly getting better and better with it. But this is particularly relevant to PlayStation because for those of you who don't remember, last year Sony didn't do a showcase, but what they did do is have a really significant presence at the Game Awards with some pretty significant announcements. People were actually very impressed with the type of announcements that Sony brought to the table during last year's Game Awards. And so I don't want to say that we should get our expectations too high, but I do feel pretty confident in saying that I think it's okay to expect something of significance from PlayStation during the Game Awards. The Game Awards is growing each year. There are more and more people tuning into it. Jeff Keighley always kind of brags about this, rightly so, each year. And because of that, you know, it's becoming easier and easier for him to secure these kind of more significant reveals and announcements for his show. So while we don't have anything leaking out, and hopefully nothing will leak out, we can, I think, safely assume that Sony is going to have a relatively significant presence at the Game Awards, and it's going to be happening again on December 7th. I plan to live stream that. Should be a good time, and considering how many great games have released this year so far, and we still have Spider-Man 2 coming up, it'll be really interesting to actually see who ends up walking away with Game of the Year 2023. But we are going to move on to the final topic of the video, which is a relatively significant update for Silent Hill 2 Remake. This is being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. They say it looks like Blooper Team's remake of Silent Hill 2 will come with 12 trophies if a Steam page leak is anything to go by. The game will be released on PS5 and PC as a timed console exclusive. How many trophies Silent Hill 2 has was revealed by Blooper Team's Steam profile, as noted by Reddit user Toonster Games. However, this could be a preliminary amount with more to be added in due course. Nevertheless, we don't have trophy titles or descriptions. Without those, it's hard to say how easy or quick the Platinum Trophy will be to obtain. We don't suspect any type of grind given the game's size, but difficulty-related trophies could make the Platinum hard to get. In related news, Silent Hill 2's Steam page saw quite a bit of developer activity over the weekend, leading to speculation that we'll hear something about its release date soon. Konami hasn't shared a release window, but previous rumors have suggested a late 2023 or early 2024 launch. And something I do want to add here to kind of maybe give us some more hope here that Konami is going to be talking about the release date for Silent Hill 2 Remake soon is the voice actor who is going to be voicing James Sunderland in this remake. A while ago, he seemed to have let it slip that right now Konami is targeting a early 2024 release for Silent Hill 2 Remake. So it's October. We haven't heard anything from Silent Hill 2 Remake in about a year. It was actually October 2022 when Konami did their Silent Hill transmission, and they actually revealed this game and showed a pretty lengthy trailer, which I think looked pretty good. It was a little bit more divisive than maybe you would have expected, but generally speaking, it seems like there's a lot of excitement for this title. I think a lot of people are very nervous about Blooper Team handling the Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think that's why that trailer was a little bit divisive. I mean, they've talked about how they're going to be making some gameplay changes and nothing too significant, but stuff to modernize the game, and of course, that's immediately going to make people very nervous. But Blooper Team has also expressed how seriously they're taking this. They view this as a big opportunity for them. They've even cited inspiration from Resident Evil 2 Remake and what Capcom did with that, and basically saying that they would like to kind of bring this game up to that level, and hopefully they're able to do that, right? A game like Silent Hill 2 Remake definitely deserves it. But something else I do want to point out here is how apparently there are going to be 12 trophies based off of this update and this, I guess, leak, if you want to call it that. And that doesn't really make sense to me because it seems like that's way too few trophies, right? I mean, it's certainly possible that maybe they decided 12 is the perfect number for this game. Maybe they're going to be extremely difficult trophies to obtain. Maybe they're going to be very easy. They don't want people to have to worry about trophy hunting. They just want them to enjoy the game as they want. Maybe these trophies are just simply going to be as simple as play and beat the game and you'll get the platinum. That would certainly be an interesting way to handle trophies for a game like Silent Hill 2 Remake, but I'm inclined to believe that this is just a part of the trophy list and that there's likely going to be more than 12 trophies. I could easily see this game getting at least 25, maybe even all the way up to 50. I mean, again, it is a AAA game. Usually when you see like 12 trophies or somewhere in that ballpark, it's for smaller games, and I don't think anybody is really viewing Silent Hill 2 Remake as a smaller game. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of movement right now happening with Silent Hill 2 Remake. A lot of people hopeful that we'll get another Silent Hill transmission from Konami. And so I don't want to necessarily look at this and say, yup, we're definitely getting something this month. I don't know, but I'm feeling more confident. And one last thing I want to add here is that if it is true Konami is actually targeting an early 2024 release for Silent Hill 2 Remake, I mean, that's going to bolster the PlayStation lineup even further from what we know right now. There's a ton of third-party games that are going to be releasing between January and April next year, obviously. But when it comes to PlayStation, we're looking at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Helldivers 2, and then if we were to throw Silent Hill 2 Remake in there, it's looking very, very strong for PlayStation. So if we do end up getting that release date, we could very well be looking at Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Silent Hill 2 Remake, and Helldivers 2 all within the next 6 months, which would be pretty incredible, at least in my opinion. And then I also just may as well mention that there was a rumor earlier that Rise of the Ronin is apparently also targeting an early 2024 release. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the Game Awards are happening. This is why I'm saying we could see Sony come out and have some pretty significant updates and announcements for us. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Again, be sure to leave it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.